Weekly Dama News is here, and I'm excited for this one. We are live. It is March 27th, I believe, here in the JP time. It just hit midnight, so technically the next day. But hey, you know what's going to be awesome? This round of Weekly Dama News. Not only am I going to be joined by my buddy from KENDERTAINMENT, Rylan, the usual co-host, but we have a special guest who's going to be joining us, one of the Gallaghers, Nicholas. Is it Nicholas? We'll figure out if it's full Nicholas Gallagher. Any case, he's coming on, and we're going to be shooting the shit, talking about everything that happened within this week, as well as, of course, diving into the new show from Sweets Kendamas, the amped shape. So get amped for this episode. We're going to be trying to use that word as much as possible. If anyone remembers Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse, there was a word of the day or episode or whatever it was called where everyone's got to scream. So we might have to do that and get weird and get amped. Rylan, what is up, dude?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Good. I'm excited for this. I got my cup of water. Feel a little under the weather, but you know what? So I'm going to be watering, not beering today. But I'm excited for this one. We're going to have a guest. We haven't had a guest in a bit. And the last guest we had was from the Sweets crew. And we got another sweet tooth coming in to join us.
Sweet tooth. I'm going to start calling them that. I like that a lot more than just like Sweets Pro. The sweet tooths.
Yep.
Sweet teeth.
Yes. Sweet teeth. Okay. Here, so the sweeties are coming in right now. What's up, everyone? Hopefully you're excited for this one. We're going to be talking a lot about different types of cool stuff. There he is, Mr. Gallagher.
Guys,
what's up?
This is so cool. Thank you for letting me do this. I'm excited to talk to you guys. I've been watching these, and I've been thinking, hopefully someday maybe I could have a reason to be on, and this is it right here. So
yeah. Perfect reason, dude. Thank you so much for waking up early. I know it is pretty early for you right now.
It's all good. It's about 8 o'clock. I woke up 30 minutes ago, but yeah, I'm chilling. This is a good time for me to get up anyway. This is cool. Yeah.
Sweet. Do you usually get up early? Do you like pump up with your brother? Because I see that it looks like he is more the gym guy.
I'd say honestly we both are honest, but
who is more swole?
Dang, that's a tough question.
Okay, we got to ask outside of the circle, Okay. Any case, everyone, thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking about all the shit that happened within this week of Kendama. All of us scrolling through Instagram and seeing what's happening. Of course, Nick is here, everyone. So we will be diving into the amp shape as well as his mod more, but that's going to be happening later because we're just going to shoot the shit. We're just going to be covering our normal topics that we do. And not only you're going to hear the opinions and thoughts of me and Rylan, but now Mr. Gallagher as well. So Nick, is it Nicholas? I was just messing around. Is it?
Yeah. It is. I don't really get called that anymore though, except for if my mom's met. But
so is Zachary or Zachariah?
Zachary, yes. Zachary.
Nice. All right. Okay, sweet. So this is going to be a good one, everyone. Just I was having a little issues with my Wi-Fi just as I was starting this, so it was a little late. So yeah, sweet. Okay, so Rylan, Nick, have you met? Do you want to do an internet meeting?
No, I'm not. I don't think. If I have, I'm really sorry, but I know I messaged you the other day and you got me on.
Yeah. No, we've never met. Not personally, because I don't leave my house. But no. But assuming that NACO happens in person this year, we can physically shake hands. But other than that, like we've messaged each other. Like I buy your mods, and then you're like, thanks.
No, that's nice. Sweet. I know you, so I know of you, so it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. Hit me up if you want a free T-shirt.
Okay.
Size, color. Let's jump right in on it. Rylan, you have anything? I got a bunch of stuff.
So actually I was going to say I didn't get a ton of stuff, but I did save the same Dama 4 times this week. So if we could start with that one.
Yeah, 4 times.
The new, is it like a kendama I know it's deal with it, but is it also kendama fufu?
Okay. So no, this is not Kendama Fufu. This is a collab that maybe the Fufu has some contact, or maybe they helped design this mod with Zawa for what's his name? I forgot his name right now. And that's funny because I didn't save that one article. Pull up. What's his name?
It is. Maybe it's on the other post. Like I said,
you know what we're talking about?
MST44.
Yeah, so it's this Japanese Gainojin. It's this guy who is actually a comedian. He's working towards to be a more famous comedian, but he's within a agency and stuff, and he does a lot of active work on radio, I believe it is. It's a little bit here on TV, but he's been, hardcore into Dama, big fan. And I've met him a few times. He came to the Sue Lab back in the day. And it's cool. Again, deal with it is always going out there and finding interesting, pretty like non-normal, like not sponsors, but like a kind of like collabs to make with Damas.
Yeah.
Nick, I see you shaking your head. What was your ideas?
It's just cool. I honestly always like to deal with it stuff. I feel like they reach out to different people you probably wouldn't think to reach out to be honest. And it's really cool. I think the designs are always so nice. So I've always been a big fan of deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Speaking on design, that's the reason I saved it so many freaking times is because they've got big cup, small cup, and base cup with these little cats. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're just let you do whatever you want, like literally whatever you want on the kendama, and it's just so cool. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we've talked with Rice before. I have with like Dominators and stuff, and he's totally like open. He's like, whatever you want to do. Like when we do collab with anybody, he's like, just give them the template and be like, go nuts. Like whatever. I don't care. It's your choice. It's your collab pretty much. I'm just going to be like sourcing everything, the connection to make a kendama for you. But hey, and everything else, do it up. So it's really cool. It's true free for all.
For sure. And Nick, you're right. Well, I guess both of you, they really reach out to people that you wouldn't think that they would reach out to, because when I was interested in making like a Dama, also side note, my kid drew all over my kendamas. When I was interested
Dama
in
tattoos.
I know, right? When I was interested in making a Dama, the first person I reached out to was Matt, because I was like, you guys just do like weird stuff. And he wasn't mean about it, but he was pretty much just like, no, like we kind of reach out to people that are a little bit like outside of the community, more like you said, like people who you wouldn't think that they would work with. And and I was like, okay, cool. And then like the very next day, Cereal hit me up, and now I have a bunch of Cereal kendamas. But no, everything that Deal With It does is different. It's not the sort of stuff that you would normally see. It's all pretty out there, pretty weird, but in a good way. Stuff that I like. Yep. So great job, Matt.
Exactly. So that's one. It's a rare one. It's again something, especially I think a lot of people outside of Japan won't know. But hey, you can check out the dude's profile page and his account and whatnot. It's pretty cool that he is, kind of not fully super popular, but he is in the entertainment world. So, you see that this dude, and I've met him before, and he's a guy that's like always has a kendama with him. Like he's that hardcore about it. So it's cool to see that he's there. He's probably on set doing stuff, and maybe he's like, sharing kendama and what the new world of kendama is, because I think there's still a lot of people in Japan who don't know. And I'm sure, Nick, you were living in Japan for a few months. I'm sure you saw some people be like, oh, like they still think kendama is like playing jacks or some shit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. That is so true. And I was, so my pro model video came out the other day, actually. And then I was sending it to some.
Really? I don't think I saw that.
Sorry. I didn't mean to force it. That I mean, over there saw who don't play kendama. And they were like, yeah, this is so cool. Like I feel like there's not a lot of people who've like seen modern kendama. I feel like a lot of people here still just think it's like some old toy. And I'm like, yeah. But yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is, I guess, but that is sort of akin to how people think of yo-yo here. Like, obviously there's a huge yo-yo scene and it's very intricate. But if I saw I'm trying to think of a yo-yo player. If I saw Adrian, right? Like, because he's the only person I know that plays yo-yo. Or Finch. I don't remember his first name. If I saw somebody doing cool yo-yo tricks, like my first thought would be like, oh, cool. Like I had a yo-yo when I was a kid, you know? And I think that it's pretty similar for like kendama. Like, oh, cool. Like my grandma has one of those. Like, you know?
Yeah, definitely. The only reason I look at it in kind of like a different light than that, like now, is just because I play kendama. Like I just know I've been to a couple of yo-yo competitions because of kendama, and I've just like I just totally can like I guess admire the competitive scene. I don't know what's going on when they do it because I don't play it myself, but I know they do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Totally understandable. But hey, good talks. I think we're gonna keep it rolling. So we're not here like forever because I got to go to bed sometime. But it's just the beginning, but we're going to get into it, everyone. Also, to let everyone know, thanks for joining us. We'll be talking about Dama news. We're going to be going deep into the amp shape as well as Nick's mod later on. So if you have a question, we're going to be opening up. Use that little question tool down below, and we'll see if we can get to questions towards the end. So hang out with us. All right, moving on next to, I just wanted to highlight, hey, Grain Theories, Nick Stodd. It's one that we see the Gallagher's fanboy over, this Mr. Stodd, the Stodd father, for a long time. His mod is still up on the website. And this is something that kind of shocks me because, I mean, we talked about it when it first dropped, how it is the same company. And it is pretty much, there might be small differences, but it's very, very similar paint because it's made in the same factory as the Su Lab Kendamas, tamas, the paint, everything. And you see, you know, like if you ever jump onto Facebook, if anyone still does that, you can see that the Facebook kendama community, everyone, like the hype beast of kendama right now is the Su Lab friction clears. But it's like everyone, hello, you can get a friction clear right here without a membership that everyone's like crying about.
Yeah.
But hey.
Honestly, I joined. I'm still in FKC, and I don't really look at it, but like I'll go on there and be like, everything's about friction clear. And I'm like, oh god, like, I don't know. It seems hard to get. Like,
yeah. But if you think about it, like back in the day, Nick, like when you were a little teen, just like getting rid of the skunk hair, everyone was talking about mash, right? Sour mash, and that was like the hype, like paint, right? There was a few other ones, those Gur and stuff, but yeah. So I think it's that same thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can't believe they have memberships and everything. It's like people, I think 90% of people buy it for the tama. I'm not sure. I know they play the Ken too, but I swear they're just mixing and matching setups. So it's like
totally
the tama. So it's like, well,
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That you're right, because part of the reason that not that I don't like cereal, but one of the things that drew me to continue working with cereal kendamas is like they make a super honed shape, and I haven't played the amped, and I'm guessing the amped is pretty close. But they make this really great shape, and they're very aware that people aren't really buying it for their tamas. They're buying it for this really great shape, and then they're spending an extra $100 on a friction clear tama and then slapping that on it. Because yeah, I mean, Su Lab also makes great shapes, but you know, if you can mix and match it the way you want, it's chef's kiss.
100%. Yeah. I used to do that a lot more before I got sponsored, honestly. And then now I guess I'm just playing mostly Sweets, but I've totally been there.
Yeah.
So just want to let everyone know, if you were wanting a Su Lab, like if you're in it just for the paint and you actually don't care about the colorway, hey, support the Stodd father.
And this is probably as close as you can get without the drama and challenge of getting a friction clear. But
it'll probably be like a little cheaper.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But speaking of friction clear tamas, this Su Lab drop, supposedly it's all gone, like within seconds.
So I've heard, yes.
Yeah. Because I know some people that have the membership, you know, and you can kind of get a pre-order in. And all the pre-orders sold out within seconds. And they were like, I pay for the membership and I still wasn't even able to get one. And then whatever they have left over, again, within seconds, gone, which is insane.
Yep.
Because this, what is it? Venom? Is it Venom or I don't know.
Yeah.
The setup,
Spidey
it's
and Venom.
So sick. It's so sick. Such a sick tama. And I was like, yeah, I think I would try to get that one. And then when I found out that it was like seconds, I have no chance, not even to buy it resale. Like, I'm not going to, no.
No, that is insane. I don't really pay attention to the, to like how, I'll only know Zulab drops if I ever go online and see on my Facebook, like, hey, did anyone get one? Nobody definitely got that. Or like, I'm like, oh, something Zulab just dropped.
Yeah, dude. It's a whole thing, and I can understand where the drama comes from and how the demand is, but it's a tama. It's just another kendama. It's just like looking at like an old school kendama and be like, oh, I don't want that. But it's like, if this is the only thing you had, like, a kendama is a kendama. You could play with whatever you have. It'd be cool to have one. Yeah, it would be, but you ain't gonna be able to win every battle.
No.
Or you can actually go to the Grain Theory website and buy a Nick Stott mod. Oh, yeah. Okay. Another one that is interesting. We were talking about, mixing and matching setups, serial, maybe focusing on like just Ken only options. And, Soul did that for a long time too, because they understand that a lot of players like to just grab the Soul 1-up shape and throw it on different tamas. Hey, head over to Terra Kendama, our Canadian brothers, or your Canadian brothers, up from where you guys are. Because they have tama only options now for the Van Jam and the Mountain Zig, the zigzag, not zigzags, the Mountain Zig tamas. Hey, Nick, you won a Van Jam. What was that?
Oh yeah, I won the 2018 one, and then I won the 2019 one.
Do you remember the one where it was you and your brother battling at the end, and Rod was drunk? He told me the story, and he was like, make them play off the wall, like off the the Terror Shop wall, which was, everyone, if you've never seen it, it's covered in the most ridiculous, wacky kendamas.
I was like, oh, dude, like, it's the finals, just like, let us play a game. We're not trying to play off random kendamas on the wall. Like, it wouldn't have been as fun for me or Zach, I don't think so.
Well, I think my favorite thing about Van Jam, and again, because like especially through COVID, like I couldn't go to Van Jam because like the borders were shut down, right? So like my favorite thing about Van Jam is the day after, when all the photos come out from the weekend, and it's mostly like pictures of like Rod asleep in random places, like just like having a good time, just taking a snooze. Like,
no, the after party is always just kind of ridiculous. People just go crazy. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of pictures of people sleeping for sure, which is kind of weird, but I mean, it's really funny. So
yeah,
definitely have a couple of me out there
sleeping.
Yeah,
getting those Z's in.
Yeah.
All right, let's segue over to different events. So there is one actually happening, Rylan, for you today.
There is. I planned it. Cool. Hang on. Let me bring up my little ad. I guess it's a little late now, right? Because I don't think anybody's going to make the drive now because it's happening in just a few hours. I clicked on the wrong account. MJ, I'm sorry. Grove has recently, I wouldn't say relocated, but Grove has been spending a lot of time here in New Mexico. And so we've been kind of like coordinating for a while. And this is finally we got it all figured out because his partner works a lot and he likes to spend time with her, obviously. So like, it's fine. But yeah, the Albuquerque Ken Jam, ABQ Ken Jam. Grove is going to be there, and Grove got prizes. And I think some of the prizes that Sweets sent him were some of the amped mods. So if you live in Albuquerque and you want a chance to win one for free, this is how you do it. We're going to be at a place called Baton Park. Baton. I'm also new to New Mexico, so I don't know how to say it. But we're going to be there from noon to 5. That's kind of like the jam comp designated time. And then anything after 5, I think everybody's still going to be there, but just hanging out, having a good time. And I'm really excited. I'm so psyched. And I can finally have Grove sign his Grove mod. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet.
There you go. You got to have him sign the box, sign the mod, sign the tama, sign the string.
The stickers. All of it.
Oh, yeah. Everything. Just make sure to bring the marker. That's the one thing, as someone who's trying to get an autograph from someone, that's a big fail. So
That's true.
Beyond that, okay.
Yeah.
There's a few other ones that I saw pop up. SoCal Dama is doing a SoCal Royale. I cannot read. 3 Saturday, October 30th. If anyone is in the area, Kit Carson Park.
Oh,
how do you say it? Escondido, California.
I have not.
Yeah, Escondido. So anyone who's out there in Cali, hey, here's a place. It's just cool to see more and more of these small local jams, mini events popping up more and more and more. Again, everyone has been, isolated for such a long time from one another. So this is a chance. Be on the lookout. So, here in the Dama News, we try to find those things and share that with everyone. Because, hey, if you're in the area, you didn't know about it. Hey, maybe now you know.
Also happening in California, San Jose, we got the San Jose Kendama Open, which actually started yesterday.
I was about to say that's right now,
but it's also happening right now. Well,
right now we'll have live correspondence. Coming at you in just a moment. Yeah, no.
So yeah, they're doing. Yesterday was all pre-jam stuff, so just hanging out, having a good time. Today, from 11 a.m. until sundown, which is. It's a hot minute. Hey, speed ladder and open. So if you're in the San Jose area, go hang out. Looks like Adrian Esteban's going to be there. There's a picture of Tio in the ad, so I don't know where he is right now, but he might be there.
That'd be
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I mean, he is known for flying out, especially recently, Battle at the Border and whatnot, flying out to the U.S. for the gigs and what. But hey. Who knows? Who knows? The last one I have for an event is New Lace Kendama posted New England Kendama Classic is happening. It's going to be in a while. It's June, but hey, just to let everyone know, East Coasters, Northeast Coasters, here's your chance to get together and make the scene more vibrant, more active over there. I know I would definitely be there because my hometown is Connecticut. So really stoked to see people out there and, giving love to the sword and ball, if you will.
There is also, I saw on that poster, $1,000 cash prize, which is actually crazy. So I saw that and I was like, dang, I might have to try and make it out. But I think I might be going on a family vacation that week. So I don't know. But I'm not. I don't know. I'll try.
So there you go, everyone. If he cannot make it, you got a chance.
Yeah. Somebody detour Nick's family road trip so that he can't make it. No, but yeah, that's what I was just going to say. $1,000 is a lot of money for, I wouldn't say that this is a smaller comp, but it's not NACO. So, I mean,
neck.
It is neck. Yeah. I mean, if you can make it out and assuming that Nick doesn't go, you've got a decent shot. No,
Speed ladder, open, freestyles. It's New England's biggest kendama event. So again, for everyone over on the East Coast, check it out. And I believe that's it for our events that I've seen. Yeah. Okay. Let's move over to another hype kind of item that I saw. We know that Sweets has been pretty much for the past year or something releasing a kendama every Friday. And right along with them, shoulder to shoulder, Kroms Kendama, our Denmarkian friends, the home of the Little Mermaid, if you didn't know that, Shinfo. They're releasing Damas every week as well. And have you guys seen the recent post? It's getting digital out there.
Wait, what is it?
I don't know. It's the Prom Pixel.
It's a pixelated kendama. We do not know what it looks like. There's a full silhouette, I guess, just it's close-up silhouettes of the tama, of the sarado. They even went as far as to change up their logo for this, make it a little pixelated, and to read everyone from the prom, Pendama proudly presents the pixel. This is some nice spelling, a nice little note from Balf himself. A unique and highly limited piece of playable art. A kendama unlike anything ever made before in the kendama world. All right. big words right there. Featuring an unibody maple ken with a thick double Q Purple Heart lamination for stability and durability, and a full maple tama. So there's a good amount of information that we have right there, okay? The Pixel technology makes for a completely new playing experience that will be sure to challenge and excite.
Oh, wait. It's actually going to be pixelated? Wait, what?
I would think so. Thick Purple Heart lamination.
What the heck?
So if you're able to cut each piece of the lamination, and then maybe like before gluing it together, that would be a ridiculously hard process. We need to get a wood turner in here to think about that. And then press it so that you actually have grooves in there.
Oh, okay. Dang, I kind of want to see that then. I didn't take it so literally at first when they sent the pixelated image, but
no, and
right?
That's the craziest thing is it's a unibody maple ken with a thick Purple Heart lamination.
Yeah, that is.
I'm really interested to see it, especially since I'm definitely like a kendama like art person. Like I'm more on the collecting side than I am. I mean, I play every day, right? But like,
yeah,
a lot of what I want is like I tried to get the Chrome NFT until it shot up to like $2,000, just because I was like, yeah, I want that. So,
jeez, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, and like from somebody who doesn't play Chrome, I'm going to try to pick it up. I think it sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
No idea what it is. And this is really a thing that I was really like Chrome about. They take it into a different aspect. If anyone has ever traveled, if you're from the US and you've traveled to Europe, you know that like the people hit different. Cities hit different. All right. Everything about it. You know, you got kids walking around with cigarettes and drinking vino and wine from when they were like 7 years old. I mean, like not all the time, but you know, it's different. It's definitely different, made of cut from a different cloth. Okay. And Chrome always brings that aesthetic, that difference to the table with their kendamas. And I think that's always a really cool thing. And I'm just really excited to see what this thing is. It even says playable art, limited, highly limited. So who knows how many. There's a handful of these things that they're going to be. Pixel technology will make for a challenging and exciting experience. So it's not going to be an easy kendama to play. You do not want to bring this one out to use in a competition, I'm guessing.
Well, it does say that it's made for stability and durability. So I mean,
well, yeah, because you're going to get really frustrated and throw it on the floor a lot of times because it's like, what the fuck?
I don't know. They didn't say playability though. They didn't say playability. So
yeah,
that's right. No, I mean,
exactly
really up in the air.
Yeah.
So
we all have no idea when this is going to be coming out, but keep your eyes posted. Watching Chrome, I think everyone is already. Just hey, we'll see exactly what this thing's going to be about and see if anyone can pick it up.
Yeah,
fingers crossed. I want that. Moving on from Chrome to the other big kendama company. I guess they're kind of on the smaller side. Soul with the DeSoto 2.0 Pro Mod Edit, which late, right? Didn't his Pro Mod come out like at Battle at the Border?
It did. Yeah, it did come out. I think, yeah, there was a video for it, and yeah, I've seen people have them. So yeah, I think it definitely came out. But then I think this thing is like, yeah, it's a little late, but I mean, it's cool that he's making an edit. I saw that little preview on Instagram, and it looks sick. I think he worked with Zach Magnuson. Always,
yeah.
So, yeah, I need to watch that on. Was that the is the Instagram edit like the thing? Is that it, or is there like a YouTube video? I'm pretty sure.
So I watched the YouTube video last night.
Okay.
And yeah. I watch all of my edits on my TV for maximum edit watching. It's a really sick edit. It's really, and yeah, Zach Magnuson did an absurdly good job with this one. I mean, of course, he always does, right? Like that's what he's known for now, but
yeah, I need to check.
Hopefully he upped the amount of solar flares in the edit because it would just make sense.
It just makes perfect sense, MJ.
Perfect. You know what also makes sense? You know, seeing that Soul and Kendama USA are kind of shaking hands, being buddies, you know, like elbowing each other and shit. Wink, wink. Hey, it looks like Kendama USA and Soul are coming out with a collab Dama.
I saw that. Yeah, I don't even know. People were like, yo, what if it's like a one-up with like Nova and like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I should have done more research and be a nerd about it to actually look up. It'd probably be pretty simple to see where these locations are.
So I meant to, and when they first posted this, I was at work, and so I I got I have notifications on for all of the companies now for Dama news, right? And I also didn't look it up, but it looks like it's a scavenger hunt maybe, or like some sort of, because like it's not, these are all very close to each other, you know what I mean? It's not like they're doing a tour from city to city.
I have no any kind of reference of looking up this. Well, I don't even know what it's called, latitude, longitude, like geo chasing. I don't know. If anyone follows the GOAT, you've seen him before he went to Mexico. He was doing that. It was like pretty weird. I'm like, what is this? Like, it seems so. It's like a game that you can do in person, and it's like a treasure hunt. But like, you actually look up coordinates and you go to this place and hope that no one's gonna like kidnap you. Okay.
Right. Yeah, and I guess we could check the comments too right here really quick and see. But it doesn't look like anybody's really talking about where these places are.
Interesting. Does that mean really? Hold on.
I can pull it up right now if you guys want to continue chatting about this.
Zero comments on that.
Oh, really?
Am I wrong on the Kendama USA? Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. There's only like 10 comments. There's not a lot.
Interesting to hear about. But, you know, Soul is another group, Kendama company that does branch out and do a lot of collabs with other companies. It's really cool to see them like just, you know, buddy up and see the whole like camaraderie within the companies. You know, of course, there's competition, but it is very friendly, like rivalry style. And, you know, everyone loves Chad. He's such like a happy-go-lucky dude. I don't think there's anyone who hates Chad. Yeah. So it's really cool to see that this is happening. And probably, you know, who knows, this could be opening up the door for more things in the future.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious to see what this new collab is for sure.
Okay, hang on. So I pulled up just the very first latitude, longitude coordinate. It's in Yosemite.
Yosemite.
It's in Yosemite, Park. Yeah.
Who hangs out there? Do people like rock climbing, right? In the KUSA team.
You're not wrong.
Or maybe that's just going to be talking about maybe like, we have no idea. Is it going to be like a kind of color theme? If you look at the color of the post too, it is that's like an outdoorsy color.
Yeah.
Right? Getting out into the woods. You know, pooping outside and stuff.
I am absurdly excited. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah,
they're national parks, Kendama. Oh, we just got... Okay. Thank you, everyone, for, hitting that up. Yo, national parks. There are a bunch of national parks, and that makes it much easier to understand. But we will now see when it's coming out and what it's going to be about. Hey, save the planet.
Ooh, if anybody follows my actual personal account, you would know that I am absurdly obsessed with national parks. So, sounds like this is the Dama for me. I'm excited. Yeah. Probably.
Act quick. Okay, let's roll on over. I got two interesting ones. One is, hey, Dama On. I think they're from Las Vegas. They've been a company for quite a while now. It seems like they're taking it down a little bit. They're toning down the amount of kendamas that they will be releasing. This could be a sign of being tired, maybe like changing ideas. Who knows? There's a few people that I've seen that I follow who are sponsored by Dama On, And it's just interesting to see like what will happen in this situation. We see a lot of companies make different kinds of moves, and that is almost like a foreshadowing of what's to come. Example, Sweets having their spring sale. Not only was it, nice discount for everybody, but hey, hence because they're trying to get rid of all the old stock because everything's going to be coming up in the new shape. Makes sense, right? Something that maybe, Kendama USA can push a little more, because I know they probably still have a lot of tributes. I know I always burn them on that fact, but I love tributes. I grew up on that.
Yeah. Well, my 2 cents is Dama has been around for a really long time, but I would say that they're the definition of a small kendama company. Like at this point, even Lotus is like, I would say, a bigger company than Dama just from like word of mouth alone, and it's not to lessen Dama-on's credit or anything, like I think Dama-on makes really great Damas, and they do some like really cool stuff, like the solo cup Tama that they made. I don't see any pictures of it right now, but like they do stuff that other companies aren't really doing in terms of Tama design, except for maybe Sweets. And then when you have Sweets, then you just have so much more money than a small company like this. So them scaling it back, doing smaller drops, maybe they kind of want to improve their shape, because I know they've had the same shape for a little bit now. That's right.
They specifically say in the post, allows us to ensure our products and customer hands are at the highest quality. Each Tama design will be produced with a limited quantity of 50 to 60 units, which is actually a lot, I would think. You don't want to be hanging out with these old, or not old, but these kendamas not moving anywhere for a while. And it's tough. It's a tough thing. And I'm sure anyone who has tried to do any sort of business within kendama, we talked last week about it, like support the smaller guys, everyone. If you've ever had an inkling to grab a design or some new kind of shape that fancies your eye, just give it a try, because the people that are receiving that support are super excited, and it can only help them create something in the future. And the best thing, again, going to that like rivalry friendly competition, is that it pushes the other companies to kind of like look at what they've been doing and maybe switching it up, and then something else can be born. So it's this evolution. If we want to go back to Kendama USA, it's the Kaizen philosophy. Yeah. Word. Okay. Let's hook it over to another smaller company. Or actually, no. Hold on. Before we go into that, because everyone, we're going to go into the amp shape soon. Before we go into that, I recently just found out, hey, I like art. Art's pretty dope. And we see kendama people getting into art or making art on kendamas. It's something that I've seen in Japan, something I've seen overseas. And I just wanted to highlight Inkly Cat Art is dropping some interesting damas. Looks like she is an artist who is picking up damas and painting them. Here we got, anyone, you got that? Nick, what is that?
I've never even seen that before. What?
Come on.
Me either.
I mean, you watch anime, right? You're an otaku, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Come on, Ghibli. Oh, damn, I lost it. Think Ghibli.
I haven't seen things, to be honest with you.
Come on, you haven't seen Ghibli stuff?
I mean, I've only seen a couple.
Hold it back up again, MJ.
Come on.
I've never even seen the person who makes this.
Yeah. Princess Mononoke. Okay, I'm sure everyone else wasn't screaming at their device, at their phone or whatever. Princess Mononoke. That's the mask from Princess Mononoke. But hey, check it out. She is selling a bunch of different types of tamas. They're all one-off. I'm not sure, didn't do so much research if there is a specific kind of clear that she has, if there's any kind of like grip or stickiness to it. But I think from what I saw personally, it just seems like there's a lot of different types of art. Hey, look at that.
Oh my God. Yeah, these are
like
sick.
Into anime. So if anyone else is into that stuff, go check it out. You might find something that like looks cool.
Wait, sorry, which account is this?
Inkly Cat Art.
I know that's reversed for you, Nick, but
it's all good. Yeah, I'll have to check that out myself. Yeah.
So check that out. Okay. And there's two more. Oh, there's two more. Yeah, there's two more that we want to talk about shapes. Let's go to this one that is not super new. Occult Kendamas. All right. I wanted to bring this up because they have a release coming up, so be on the lookout for that in March. Spectraply, okay? Be careful. Don't drop them. They might split. But, you know, we've learned that within the recent unboxing explanation, Nick, with you and Bro explaining more about the amped shape. You're talking about like the base cup and stuff. This kendama has a very, very unique base cup. What do you think? What do you think about that guy?
I've seen Occult Kendamas. Somebody like at my jams at UW loves them and like plays their Kendamas a lot. So that base cup is honestly very interesting to me. I don't know. I don't know what I think about it. It's definitely out there compared to like everything most things I've seen. It's not something I would
turns heads.
Yeah, 100%. It's not something I personally look at and then be like, oh gosh, that looks like, just to be honest, I was like, oh, that looks good because it's just so out there. I don't know if I can trust it, but I've played it before, so it's not bad. Yeah, yeah. So it's definitely good.
It's one of those things where I kind of thought of and even felt when I picked up a GT for the first time that the swoop, and here it's the opposite of a swoop, kind of can hinder, or you would have to adjust your learning or your technique to get like, you know, slip the handle stalls, not handle stall. Yeah, probably handle stalls too.
Yeah.
And slip ring stalls.
100%. So it's cool. I mean, it's cool to see. See the new Occult Kendama like base cup.
Yeah,
it's
different.
Yeah,
exactly. Who knows if it could enhance the grip that you got? Maybe, or maybe you can wrap the string around there, get a little string action. Who knows? But the other one that I just saw, everyone, prepare yourselves. Lock and Key Studio.
What?
Triple string hole for 3 tama action. Probably not. But
wait,
where are we going with this? Then check out this handle. That is a very, very tall slip right there.
What?
They only have like 2 posts. One is like their logo, and the other one is this.
Oh my god! I don't even know what that is. But like, what is the significance of the three string holes? I'm curious about that. I'm curious.
I mean, back in the day, if anyone remembers the V3s, a lot of people were talking about not the F3s from Sweets. What do you feel about those, Nick? When the string hole was really hard off to the right or to the left, and they had to do that because there were some issues with trademarking or the shape from the JKA standard that they had. They had to do some changes, but then it was open. Everything got fixed. But they do say that most kendamas, if you look, everyone, the hole shouldn't really be super centered. I mean, it can be, and you can still turn up. But from back in the day, JKA, Kendama, Japanese Kendama Association, for those who don't know, they moved that string hole over just a bit, and they say it helps and eases your technique for like a one-turn, whatever, airplane lighthouse.
Yeah. That's definitely, I definitely learned about that when I played the F3s, because I was also curious on why they were out like from the center, and then I was like, oh, I guess it helps with one like turn ups and stuff, and like, yeah. So
yes,
it's a cool. So my first thought when you showed that,
go. I gotta remember what I'm gonna say. Yeah, go.
Okay, don't forget. Is this somebody else's concept of the GT wormhole? Is this like another sort of way to maybe change the way that you play, change the way that you pull up? Because the whole reason that Grain Theory does that wormhole thing on their Roku tamas is so that you can do absurd Ken spins, you know? So like, maybe
no turn lunars. It's a simple pull up.
Yeah, maybe this is they've kind of, and I don't know, because like you said, 2 posts. Maybe this is their new thing where like if you really, I don't know what you'd be trying to hit with that, but maybe if this is you trying to hit some absurd trick, this is what unlocks it for you.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely a good point.
It's interesting, but my argument to it, I love GT, but who uses the wormhole?
Maybe not many people anymore.
When it came out, yeah, it was new. Everyone tried it. Everyone strung it up, and it was like, oh, okay, cool. But then it turned into kind of like a hamper on how you were playing kendama normally because you had to change your technique.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people were like, yeah, it's cool, it's interesting. If you want to go for that, yeah, like 10 turn airplane, that's the setup to use it. But I found myself taking it out from wormhole and putting it in normal.
Yeah, same. I always did. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm guessing it's along those lines to try to do various strings, or you get triple tama action. Why
Sure.
not?
Maybe. That would be
You spike it and you double bird. Big cup.
ooh, that'd be sick actually. MJ, was that your last thing?
Yes, that was.
Okay, I have one more thing that I don't think anybody's seen yet. It's from another smaller company with a new shape called the Amped. Hey, oh, look at that transition. There it is. We're talking about the Amped now.
Let's go.
I guess I don't need to hold up the picture because you have one in your hands, right? So
yeah, I do. So yeah, this is the Amped. Sorry, I'm really unstringing it. I'm sorry if my place in the live is over comments, but this is what it is. It's so I'll get into the specs because obviously you can't just look at it over live and be like, oh, it's different. Yeah. So when we were looking, I want to make a disclaimer. A lot of people I saw online, they're like, oh, they copied this shape and all these shapes, and I was like, I feel bad because I've never even looked at that shape ever. I was like, oh, I don't know, like the Sulab shape. I'm like, I've never like looked for, so I was like, all right, well, maybe I should have. I don't know if they're all so good. Then yeah, but anyway, I looked at homegrown and I looked at the boost because my brother and I are very big fans of the homegrown, like next gen homegrowns that were out in 2017, 2016. 2018, and we just played those all the time, and so we kind of wanted to like bring some features of those back. So yeah, the best thing about this kendama, or one of the things for me, is the bigger stall points. I mean, seriously, like the handle stall we fixed, the boost handle stall was a little I don't know if you guys ever played one, but like they did that, like this move on it, but it was always tilted a little bit, and like so we definitely fixed that. Now a handle stall is like a charm, and then yeah, wings, birds, like every stall point is like enhanced, so it's way easier to like land. And then also Zach and I used to like carve our bevels if they were too small, so we definitely enlarged the bevels on these because bigger bev for like easier stalls. Our favorite tricks are stalls to be, so those were two big points we wanted to make on this new shape. And then as for everything else, yeah, it got a little bigger, 62 millimeter tama. That's what a lot of the kendamas are at nowadays.
So yeah, Nick. Well, really fast. Something that I don't think I've seen yet is, can you hold that up to a boost shape?
Yeah,
I'm sure you have a million behind you.
Yeah, actually, I have one right here. Because I've actually compared this before. It's actually pretty short.
Wow. Okay.
So it is definitely taller. So it's definitely a little taller. Yeah, the cups are slightly bigger just to match the proportions. But yeah, we definitely want to try and make a little taller just because I feel like every other shape was getting a tiny bit bigger. So we kind of wanted to, we didn't want to necessarily go like super fat. We kind of want to just increase the length a little bit, which was a trial and error process, but we got it. And then, geez, what else about the shape? I feel like the base couple. Definitely did not change that from the boost. I feel like the boost base couple was really nice and just looks clean, so just kept that. So some people were like thinking like, oh, where's the base couple? Well, we have one, so there you go. But as for that, I think that's in a nutshell. Usually that's pretty much it. The slinger is also boost, really just hit or miss for slinger, and it was usually miss. I mean, like. I pretty much sacrificed handle saws and slingers for most of my time playing over the past couple of years. So I was like, all right, well, I just can't do it on this shape that well. And I'm playing this all the time. So it's like, so it's definitely better for slingers and handle stalls. It can still lunar. So which is nice. Definitely, well, I wouldn't have to sacrifice that. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely just a big improvement in just like in the variety of tricks you can do on a kendama compared to the boost. So
yeah. To start off, I was definitely one last week when we talked about the shape, and when it was finally released, I looked at it and right away, because I play so many Sulab Damas and Kens, it hit me, and I was like, that kind of looks like, just looking at the silhouette really quickly, I'm like, that looks like a Sulab Ken. Just like the height of where the ring stall, the slip grip was, and then the shortness of the spike. That was, I think, the biggest thing. And I said before, in like Sulab, their Kens, it always had a short spike. And for me, I was like, the Lunars are, I mean, I'm not a huge Lunar fan, but it seemed like you had to like tilt it a little more back to really make it work. But also that's, Sue doesn't like a lot of base cup holes action. So that makes it stand apart, of course. But how is the spike? Do you think it's not old school 2014 Sweets spike. We know that was long daddy. Yeah.
Now you bring that up. I definitely, I think I might have a Sulab somewhere in a box, but I'd say I played one actually the other week when Sod came. I think Sod had like a Sulab Ken, and then so he was playing it. And then I noticed the spike was also pretty short, but I think these are a little longer. I played one that's like, I haven't had like a pro model yet that has a super short spike. And honestly, I'm not like too big of a fan of short spikes. I kind of like them just like, obviously like just like normal middle size, even a tiny bit longer. I'd rather go longer than short, I think. Anyway, this is a good size in my personal opinion, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just because I haven't gotten one yet that's short, but pretty consistent so far. Yeah.
But there you go. Yeah. And also to go over like people saying that like you copy this shape, you copy that shape. Like, come on, you guys trying to be JKA right now? Like trying to tell everyone like you can't make that. That's ours. You wait 3 cups and a single spike. No, we did that. Like,
well, and we're at a point in kendama right now where it's really absurd to say that is too much like this shape. There are so many shapes that the overlap is getting closer and closer. And in some ways, the overlap is overlapping because a lot of companies are still trying to stay within the Glow Ken box. So they're maxing out their shapes. And when everybody's maxing out their shapes, at a certain point,
turn into the same shape.
They're all going to be very, very similar. And like you said, you're just going to get, this one's going to have better slingers, which is something that a lot of companies I think are kind of struggling with right now. Because of the boost.
That base cup hole, everyone.
The base cup hole, yeah.
It's that base cup hole.
You get rid of it. But
you do is you create a new product, an accessory that is a butt plug. And you can put the butt plug in.
I'm writing it down.
If you want to hit up.
I'm going to write it down.
Hey, there can be a whole company. You can create a whole company that is different butt plugs for different types of kendamas because they all have a different style of butt.
Wow.
Tuning in with us right now, we're talking about butt plugs with Nick Gallagher, Sweets Pro. We're talking about the amp shape as well as his new mod. So everyone probably saw on Instagram or on YouTube, they created a bunch of videos explaining more and more of it. So it's really cool. I think the biggest thing that I did not know is that you guys had full control of the future shape. Like you mentioned in the video, we saw C. Frage did that with the boost. Was this something that was like, did they ask you like, hey, do you want to make a new shape? Are you willing for this pressure?
No, yeah, they definitely came to us and kind of put the responsibility in our hands, which was really cool. I never thought I'd make a shape for a company. I mean, that's just kind of like, it was a really good, like, big honor, to be honest. And it was because we needed a new pro model. It's been 4 years since our last one, so I thought this one finally, I finally got this one, which I'm stoked about. But yeah, they were like, yeah, new shape, new pro model. I was like, okay, and I'm glad I did it because first off, I'm glad it's got some good feedback from the people who've tried it. I mean, my team. So hopefully other people will like it. But I'm just glad that I know the process now of creating a new shape, because it's really not easy and it takes a long time. Like I swear, it took our first meeting about it initially was April 2020, and then we didn't do anything for 6 months, and then we really got going like in October of 2020, and ever since then we've like been busting it out. And it took us over like a year and a couple months to make.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it honestly took a while for us. Well, I will say also, because we were designing pro models too, but like, so we went through like 4 different prototypes for the shapes. Actually, well, if I want to be like round everything together, like 6. But like, yeah, we went through a ton of prototypes, and then we also had to, create our pro model tamas and engravings and all that. So it all took such a long time. But now that it's finally out, like, I literally can't believe it, because I've been waiting for like 6 months. Like, I've been pretty much done with my pro model since September, and we just had so many things, because how Sweets releases something like every Friday.
Yeah,
there was like stuff backed up for the next 6 months. So
yeah,
just gotta wait now.
So do you have any of these prototypes on hand? Can we see like what they sort of look like, or what kind of changed?
And when will you be putting them up on eBay?
Yeah, because Nick, I will tell you right now that I will buy anything from you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do. I have one. Actually, sorry, I'll be.
Here's a chance now, Rylan. Your time is now.
Oh, hey, now that Nick is here, Nick, you want to sell me a Catch and Flow G-Shock? Or is it World Cup?
Wait,
sell me your G-Shock.
The G-Shock was only Catch and Flow.
Okay.
I have this nice black one. I have this nice blue one right here. I have 4 more at home, but I don't at my parents' house. But I can't.
They ain't the Catch and Flow ones though, dude.
Catch and Flow one was crazy. Anyway,
Insane.
So okay. First off, real quick, my pro model Tama, it used to be like lime green on the triangle pattern here. I think the turquoise suited it better. So anyway, that's the final version right here.
Yeah.
This is a prototype. It was a V3 prototype, I'd probably say. Purple heart in the cups. It's definitely smaller, good for slinger. I think, yeah, we were just trying some new things. I wish I had more prototypes to show you, but this one's really nice. I almost wanted this shape, but we had to make it a tiny bit bigger. As you can see, like, we got like the weight marks for this part of the Ken, and then we had the weight marks for the Tama too, but obviously gone now. Yeah, the cups 39, this part 38, so we were getting into it. Yeah, I really wish I had. I mean, I have pictures, I think, of all of our of most of our prototypes. So
all right.
Maybe send those over. But
yeah, please do.
Yeah, right. Throw them on the YouTube when I set it up. Okay, cool. So there was a lot of stuff, and I'm sure, like, you can't really understand, like, just like everyone right now, you can't really understand how different a shape is or how different this amped is until it is in your hands. Like, you can look at it all you want. You can look at the people, like, showing the differences, comparisons right next to each other, but it's going to be completely different in your hands, and it's going to be completely different in your friend's hand too. They might dig it and you might not. That's why there's so many different shapes out there. Hey, that's why you should have picked up more boosts in the spring clean sales. It's still happening, maybe not.
Yeah,
but now's your chance to get them, because once they're gonna be gone, they're gone. And if you like that shape, say goodbye.
No, I'm definitely the last person to want to advance to a new shape. I remember going from F3 to Prime and thinking it was like, whoa, this is a little big. It feels a little weird. And then I'm to next gen. And then next gen to like Boost. I didn't even play Boost for a couple months after it came out. I was still playing next gens and primes because I was like, this just feels better to me. And then I was like, okay, it's too small now. Like, I just have to ditch it. And so this one, I definitely had to get used to this too. But once I got used to it, it's just been like super fun to play, and it's just really new and refreshing to have like this kind of a new shape out there.
Dude, talk about old man. I first had and owned a boost just from this past
28
tricks later.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, you are lying.
Totally not. I've touched one. I've played one from the wall at Sioux Lab, but I had never owned one. So that was my first time playing, actually. And within the full month, I got really, really close, intimate with the boost. And like you said, I am a huge slinger fan. So I was sad that it did not sling as well as I would like it to. But it did excel in a lot of the other things, namely the stalls.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah, it was the first. Yeah, the splice V1. It was the first handle earth turn back to handle that I've ever done on that guy.
Oh dang, yeah, the splice was nice for stalls, like it is. So I'm hoping we make some more in this new shape.
Handle stall
could be just that cherry. That cherry,
I think. MJ.
Mine was the cherry. Oh, what was I saying?
Handle stall flip, I think, is what you're trying to. Right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, handle earth turn.
But yeah, with the cherry bottom, I think definitely makes it real nice and soft.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, again, I'm sure I understand why it took such a long time. So that is, of course, no one's gonna, I think, bitch about like, hey, why didn't it release sooner? You know, this thing's been in the works, and again, with how often Sweets is releasing kendamas, their schedule must look ridiculous because it takes like, I don't know, probably like at least 3 to 6 months to get something to have turn around in your hands and stuff. So going through prototypes, come on, ridiculous. So of course you and your brother released new Damas at the same time. Let's roll over quickly because I have some stupid questions that I want to ask you towards the end. So let's go into maybe some serious questions that people have. We have a few people. Oh,
before we step into questions. So
yes.
Because I'm going to go hang out with Grove today, I'm so nervous. I know that Grove has at least a couple of these pro models. So maybe I'll grab one, film a little segment we can put up here and get a very unbiased non-pro player eyes kind of. And then this can be along with these prototype pictures that we're talking about. Nick, what are you doing? But yeah, I mean, I think that other than like pros and people that are friends with Sweets pros, I think that myself and the other people at the jam today will be some of the first people to non-pro touch them. So I'll be sure to maybe make a little segment and send it to you, MJ, and we can post that somewhere and get non-pro eyes on it. Okay. Questions. Go.
Sweet. Let's go into questions. Everyone, if you're watching, thanks for watching, joining us. We're going to hit some questions for Zach, see if we can cover a few of them. So if you have a question, use that little question tool down below. You getting ready, Nick? You ready for these? Oh, man. Don't worry. Okay.
It's Zach. That was crazy.
Here's the first one. Do you have a backup color besides the green? Was that your first? Was that your go-to? You mentioned in the video that you were looking at like cleats and stuff, a lot of sportswear. They use a lot of fluorescent colors.
I was thinking like, I mean, I wanted it like yellow on my pro model, maybe.
I was about to say it. Yeah.
I mean, I like green too. So when I especially turquoise, so I was like, I don't know. I kind of had this idea in my head since the beginning. Plus, I took inspiration from the LimeWire. Thought that's one of my favorite tamas ever. Yes. So I played that a lot. So I was like, got inspiration from that. But I definitely thought initially of having like some yellow on there. This is like neon. This isn't
Genesis Evangelion,
but like it's kind of close. Anyway,
yeah,
green was kind of there from the beginning. Yeah.
There it is.
What would you have done if Zach also wanted green? Would you guys have just both done green, or would one of you had to like
figured it out? We would have definitely done different colors. Yeah.
Here's the next one. Will it come back in the shop? Already sold out. Are they already sold out?
I think. Well, yeah. I mean, Ratio and Cushion are sold out in my mod, and then we got like a couple sticky left. Stickies are still available, but we're already working on. There's already working on a restock, and also like a lot of wholesalers wanted them around the world, which is really cool. There was a lot of wholesale orders, so that's why this drop was a tiny bit limited. So yeah, don't worry though; they're definitely coming back.
Oh, and I will say that there are a lot of wholesalers who are still just waiting for their Sweets box to come in. Mainly my secret Dama hookup, Alternate Worlds. I think they're in Maryland. But anytime I can't get a drop from Sweets, I get it from them because I guess they just order a lot of Sweets, and they also order a lot of Kroms. So if you ever want to get in on a Kroms drop early, they're kind of the place to do it. So, I mean, if Kush and Ratio are sold out and you really wanted Kush and Ratio for like the Nick or the Zach mod, there's a chance that some of these wholesalers have a couple of them. So I would reach out to Kendama House, Yo-Yo Loco,
Kendama Depot posted also that they just got theirs in.
And the biggest one, Kendama Depot has some. So I reach out for sure. They're around. They're not totally sold out yet.
Totally. And if you're living from overseas, anyone who's watching this, maybe check, the Kendama retailers around your area. They might be having to them just wait to get to the shop. Be posting soon. All right. There you have it. Let's hit up the next one. Da-da-da-da. Here's the next one. Oh, from Peku.
Oh, nice.
Homie that brought the latest V's. Okay, when did the designing process actually start? How many versions before getting the final? When did it actually start? You said September? September, you were already done.
Yeah, first meeting was April 2020, September. And then we, 6 months later, we got really into it, started taking it going on it. And then, so if you want to count, first meeting in April 2020, then we got serious about it October 2020, and then how many versions? There's 2, 3, 4,
6 you mentioned maybe ish.
6. I think honestly about 6. I think from beginning to finish. So it definitely has been through it took a lot of time. But finally made it.
Yeah. Nice. There you go. And who knows, everyone, maybe later on there might be a suspicious account on eBay selling weird Sweets Damas with some engravings with numbers on them. Check it out. On to the next question. Here we go. Was there other shapes that helped inspired your design of the amp shape?
Yes. Ooh. Well, I mean, the homegrown, the next gen homegrown for sure. Looked at that. And then kind of just looked at, got the idea of making it taller from, just modern shapes. The Stod mod was pretty tall, so looked at that.
Yeah.
Mainly it was, I don't know, the homegrown a lot. And we tried to see, the pros and cons of both and kind of, molded them together in the best way possible. So that was
Do you have a Terra LBB with you, or do you remember playing one? Do you feel like... Is there any similarity?
The LBB is bigger in my hand. I don't know. To be honest, the only LBB I really have is this Van Jam trophy that I got in 2018 from winning. But so I never really played it much. But I wouldn't say
it still feels bigger. Yeah, the LBB.
The LBB is definitely bigger for sure.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. All right, let's hit up another question. I see a few more coming through. I'll go from Peko.
Right.
Are you thinking working with some random French designer to design your next pro mod?
Hey, that's cool. I don't know, some random guy.
Random. It's gotta be French.
Yeah, I'm always down, man. I definitely hit you up before for other stuff. Well,
it may be a little quick though, if we're looking at the past 4 years from your last pro mod to this next one.
True. But quicker than next time though, I want it quicker than 4 years for sure.
How many pro mods or iterations of his pro mod has Christian Fraser put out in the last year or two, right? 4?
That guy, he puts time, so much time into it, which is really he really cares about it, which is cool. His vision, he wants to be he's told me this before, the like the Jordan of Kendama, like just always have like old mods coming out like with his shoes and what his shoes, just have them stocked up, which is really dope. I mean, he puts his time into making new Kendamas like a lot, so it's like there's no wonder why he has so that it's just like on their ass just to like make stuff, which is honestly what needs to happen, because I mean there's only a couple designers at Sweets and they have a lot of projects, so you really have to like keep bugging somebody to make stuff happen, and Christian's really persistent about that, so it's pretty
yeah right yeah. And that's something that we've mentioned before with Deal With It with the Jared Porter mod, how I felt like it was like like a shoe where it's like during the season or something, depending, or like, we know he's really into fashion. He's got that Clothe the World brand that he's going with. And it goes hand in hand with his kendamas, where it's like, here's this really cool color. It's available only until it sells out. And then they're just going to make another one. So, that's definitely an idea. And I think that would be cool for people. I mean, we've seen Sweets do it kind of in ways with that recent Luzumaki, different colorways and stuff. I think they dropped one color first, and then like 2 weeks later they dropped the other two colors or something. So it's an interesting idea, and we'll see what happens. Maybe you could get that yellow one, Nick.
Maybe yeah.
Oh, here's the next one. Come on. Oh, yes. Did the soul shape or Lotus Ken influence you guys into making Amped a bigger?
No. Honestly,
you kind of mentioned that you're saying in general that the Ken shapes have been becoming bigger.
Yeah, I've seen Lotus, and they have a really big shape. Something I'm not going to jam myself too often. I mean, it's cool, right?
Yeah. Big cup and big cup are big.
So, there's again, the soul shape is also a little fatter. They're both like fat, and which it's totally fine. I mean, the one up is great, and the Lotus shape is also good. I just didn't want to make mine super fat because, I mean, just maybe because my playstyle caters to different tricks, so it wasn't really necessary to do that. We just increased the size and just in tallness mostly. But yeah, I guess it just gave us ideas on what to do.
Was there anyone within, like, when you were making these not templates, the different variations before the final, was anyone in Sweets, the team members, anyone that was messing with it, where they're like, hey, maybe you should lean towards this way? Or was it full on Mr. and Mr. Gallagher ideas?
I mean, as for just the shape, definitely had some input from Christian. I didn't want to like just have. I mean, Zach and I, sure, we made every call, like had the final say and stuff, but definitely had some like Christian test out our prototypes and stuff, because he also has made Kendamas before. Had like let Johnny and Bryson play some prototypes, get their input. But yeah, it was just, yeah, I would say some input from our teammates for sure definitely helped us get to this point.
All right, there you have it, everyone. Keep it rolling. Are you going to get 11 whirl on the M shaped?
No, I'm good with 10. Like, I got 10. It's okay. I'm good.
We're good. 10's good.
10's fine. Yeah.
Here's some kind of similar so far. What was your biggest level up with the amp shape?
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, the handle stall for sure. The stalls are really nice. Like I'm saying, like I trust me. Like these are really nice for stalls. My favorite trick, so I had to make it nice.
Are you still grinding the bevels?
To be honest, I actually don't grind.
When you get them,
I just carve them. If I carve them open with a knife, like if they're too small, I definitely haven't done that yet. But it's a good hack. You should totally try it. You get your own pocket knife and just take some time around the bevel, just like to carve it out. It takes practice because you might ruin it, but
yeah. So have you tried it? So what do you think about the Kroms coin or the Ken Hall reamer?
Oh, those so convenient. Those definitely just like clean out your bevel and make it like they're very useful. I really wish I had a Kroms coin. Like I lost mine, I think, and I had Ken Hall stuff before. I use those. It was just like, I don't know, just make your bevel just look nicer and like refreshen it a little bit before you break it in again. Yeah, those are really nice. It just makes your kendama look like a lot cleaner. So those are cool. I just I don't grind it like on. I don't like just put. I know some people put their tamas on the ground and like just grind them up. I don't do that, but
making like lemon fucking juice, lemonade.
I do actually. I think that's super useful sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. People just think I do some weird stuff to my tamas, like more than often, but I honestly just do stalls and lick my bevel. That's literally all I do.
So do you find yourself licking more or less?
Licking more, same amount. Sure. Yeah, I still ever since 2017 started licking bevs and I can't go back. It's like
it's a drug.
Yeah,
there needs to be like AA made to get off of it.
It becomes a force of habit. Like sometimes I'll be like setting up for like a juggle, something that I don't need to lick the bevel for, and I just instinctively lick bevel and then do some juggles. Like
right. No, I've caught myself doing that. I do want to answer this question. Yeah, definitely do it on a fresh kendama because if you break in a tama and then try to knife it, it's like you reset all your progress around the bevel.
Yeah,
you're breaking it like
you
that
create a new bevel almost.
Yeah, so it's like definitely try to do it when it's fresh. That'll help. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This is gonna be the last one, everyone. Thanks for everyone who's thrown in questions. Is there a particular reason for why you guys didn't go for a splice ken or tama in the pro mod?
Mm-hmm. The splice.
Well, you did show a splice Serato.
Yes, we did.
A proto. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, well, for the standard shape, for like the standard shape for Sweets, for like this is the shape for Sweets for the next like couple years, right? So it's like it's not really feasible to have like a splice on every single shape for the next couple of years. It's just not going to look as standard, and it's probably not going to like match up with certain weights and stuff like somewhere along the way. This just looks clean and is just pretty standard, like looking from a visual standpoint. So we wanted to keep that just pretty basic. So that was definitely a factor. And then what was it? At the tama, we just found, well, a lot of Sweets tamas before this were cherry. Personally, not like they're fine, but I definitely prefer beach tamas over cherry.
Tastes better.
Yeah. So maple, we just wanted, like Zach and I, again, having like control over this, we wanted a maple ken and a beach tama because maple ken's super sturdy. It lasts the longest, in my personal opinion, and then beach breaks it nice and soft for stalls and whatnot. So that was the combination we went with, and the weight match on those is actually pretty nice. It's not going to be like, they're not like weight matched, like they're not like within 3 grams. We're not making sure everyone's within 3 grams, but like, cause like personally, I don't care about weight that much. I feel like you just get into your head about it. And it's like placebo and you think you're noticing something, but not caring about it. I feel like it really doesn't affect you that much, but these are weight, like within like 10 grams, which is good for me. So
yeah.
Okay. All right, there you go. As well as it really makes sense because this is a pretty much the premiere of the new shape, the future shape for Sweets. So it would definitely confuse a lot of people, I would think, if you went in and made an interesting splice, adding extra woods here and there to the tama. I think that's something that you guys could definitely do more down the road with different variations of it. But as an introductory for everyone, I think it totally makes sense business-wise to be like, hey, here's the shape. Not only like, here's the shape, but we're going to be putting it, kind of celebrating the Gallaghers, Nick and Zach. And finally, 4 years working into it. Here's their new Dama. All right, sweet. All right, we're going to wrap it up soon. I have a few stupid questions. The first one is going to be connecting from the YouTube video of you and guys explaining your mods and the shape. Did you change the smoke detector battery in your apartment yet?
I knew you were going to ask that. I knew it. I changed it.
I mean, we haven't heard it yet so far, but dude, seriously, I thought it was mine in my house. I was like, wait the hell, wait a second. I got to turn it back, like turn it off. Is that mine? I'm going out in the hallway. No, I go back and watching it again. Beep. I'm like, oh shit, where's that coming from? And then it hit me. I'm like, is it from their house? And I didn't even look at the comments because people were talking about it in the comments too.
Definitely gave us, which is actually kind of like crap for that because it's so funny. Like I've been like, it's definitely, I know, for a bit and I just stopped hearing it now. So it's like I see the comments and I'm like, dang, it's like I don't even hear it. But
MJ, they are kendama players, not firefighters. They're not worried about that.
Yo,
No,
but you know what
making
I'm
the
worried
shapes.
about? I'm worried about these two guys getting smoke inhalation and not being with us. You know what I'm saying? This is what
Facts.
everyone is worried about. Health, safety. But yeah, it just hit me. It's like one of those things where it's like, you must have not changed it for a while for you guys. And was it just you two in there? Was Coop there?
no, we have a couple other roommates, and I guess they just didn't care.
You just tuned it out.
Yeah, they-
It's just been there for such a long time.
Yeah, definitely been a couple months. So yeah.
Just let it die out. No one actually changed it. It completely depleted the battery. All right, and the next stupid one. Hey, this goes back to Dominers when Nick joined us, episode 12 in Dominers. Finally, 4 years later, new pro mods out. Nick, are you going to play Zach's mod?
Yes, MJ, I'm gonna play his mod. All right. I think Zach's mod, like on our last one, I didn't really film with it, but I played with it, so I need to film with Zach's mod this time. I gotta get one on the drop. I don't have one with me right now, but yeah,
Classic.
he took cut like one of mine to Spain, because Spain right now. He just left the other day. So,
Yes.
So yeah, I gotta film something with it to just show everyone, like, hey, I use Zach's mod.
Yeah. Rub it in my face, please.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all my stupid questions. Rylan, you got anything you'd like to ask?
Yeah, if you want to sell me a prototype, I'm 100% down.
It's gotta be top dollar, dude.
No,
I talk later.
yeah, I think that's it. Just
Discuss later.
Maybe that's. I mean, I have some. So if you're down, you wanted some history, I guess.
I
Ooh,
do.
yeah.
Then
Rarities.
Sick.
All right, everyone. Well, that is it. We've been grinding for a while. Thank you so much, Nick, for taking the time to talk with us about the new amped shape. Sweets is one of the biggest. In my eyes, I see them as number one right now for kendama, pushing so many different variations, so many different and alleys of the game and where it can evolve into. And so having a new shape drop for them, for the company, is very, very big. It's a huge thing. And so congrats on creating the shape with your as well as the new mod. And hey, we'll see what the future holds with the amp shape. The more it goes out, we're going to see more people praising it and talking shit about it. But it is what it is, and Kendamas is going to go forward.
Oh yeah, thanks guys for having me on. I really appreciate this opportunity.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be talking to
Word,
you guys.
word. All right.
Yeah.
Hells yeah. All right, everyone. Well, that's it. If you're just tuning in, we just finished up with Nick Gallagher talking about the amp shaped, his new mod, as well as just shooting the shit with our usual chats about what happened within the weekly Dama news. It's going to be going up as a podcast and up on the YouTube channel for KENDERTAINMENT. Some new stuff just went up, actually. If it took me a long ass time, but hey, Jockbert, Albert, Kilovismaki, his shotgun interview that I took back in 2019 just went up. So you should go check that out if you're interested. It's a fun one. Or you can even go back, check out the Gallagher's shotgun interviews we did back, or even go and watch the crazy Ken game that they did with Bryson Lee and see who is the best at playing with this weird, like, Terminator hand kendama with plastic and shit.
I was terrible at that. So go. Yeah.
Go check it out. All right, everyone. Thank you again so much. Rylan, thank you. Nick, thank you. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Keep it clean.